TV soap news and spoilers. Today we have a story that promises to shake things up in Salem, one that is filled with suspense, heartache, and uncertainty. If you've been following the gripping twists and turns on Days of Our Lives, then you know just how unpredictable things can get. But what we're about to share with you today is unlike anything you've seen before. Get ready for a shocking development that could alter Sarah's future, and maybe even her life forever. In the most recent shocking turn of events, Sarah finds herself in grave danger, the victim of what seems to be a mysterious poisoning. The question on everyone's lips is, who could have done this, and why? Let's break down the events surrounding this shocking story and explore the mystery behind Sarah's sudden collapse. The ordinary meal that turned into a life-threatening crisis. The events leading up to this terrifying moment begin innocently enough. Sarah and Xander share a quiet evening together, enjoying some grilled food. It's a simple pleasure, a moment of calm amidst the constant turmoil of life in Salem. As they settle down to eat, Sarah comments on the meal, mentioning that the taste seems slightly off. It's a minor observation, something most people might brush off. But in this case, it turns out to be a chilling foreshadowing of what is to come. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Sarah begins to choke. Her eyes widen in shock and panic as she struggles to breathe, unable to control the sensation in her throat. Xander, completely caught off guard, is thrown into a state of sheer panic. He watches helplessly as Sarah gasps for air, unable to make sense of what is happening. The once normal evening takes a horrific turn, leaving Xander desperate and frantic to save the woman he loves. The panic unfolds. Xander's desperate call for help. As Sarah continues to choke, Xander's emotions spiral into a whirlwind of fear. Unable to process what's happening in the moment, he frantically screams for someone to call 911. His voice is filled with panic, fear, and an overwhelming sense of helplessness as he tries to get help. The realization hits him hard. Sarah is in immediate danger, and he cannot do anything to help her. This panic-filled scene is both heart-wrenching and tense, as Xander fights to stay calm for Sarah's sake. But his actions are fueled by terror, knowing that time is running out. Seconds feel like hours, and every moment counts as Sarah struggles to breathe. This sequence, filled with emotional intensity and fear, makes it clear that Xander's love for Sarah runs deep, and he is willing to do anything to keep her safe. As the seconds tick by, Xander watches in horror as Sarah struggles, unsure of whether she will make it through this life-threatening episode. Just as it seems like all hope is lost, the paramedics arrive, and their swift action offers a glimmer of relief. Sarah's journey to the hospital, a tense wait. With the paramedics rushing Sarah to the hospital, Xander is left to follow in their wake, his mind racing with questions. What happened to Sarah? Was this just a case of a bad meal, or has she been poisoned by someone? Xander knows that this isn't just a random accident. It's something more sinister, and he can feel it in his gut. The uncertainty that follows is almost unbearable for him. Once they arrive at the hospital, the tension escalates as Xander is forced to wait. He stands in the waiting room, pacing back and forth, desperately hoping for good news. His heart is heavy with the fear that the woman he loves may not make it. Each minute that passes feels like an eternity as he awaits word from the doctors. Xander's anxiety reaches new heights as the doctors evaluate Sarah's condition. What caused her to collapse so suddenly? Is she going to pull through, or has the mysterious poisoning taken a toll on her body that no one can reverse? Every question weighs heavily on Xander's mind, and the uncertainty is almost more than he can bear. The unknowns of the situation leave him on edge, unsure of what the next moments will bring. Will Sarah be okay? Or is this the start of a terrifying downward spiral? The mysterious poisoning. Who did this to Sarah? As Xander waits for news, he can't help but question the events that led up to Sarah's collapse. Sarah had mentioned that the food tasted odd, which could indicate that it was tampered with. But the burning question remains, who would want to harm Sarah? And why would anyone go to such lengths to poison her? The possibilities are endless, and the suspense is maddening. Is this the work of someone who wants revenge on Xander and is using Sarah to get to him? Or could there be a deeper conspiracy at play here, one that involves more than just a personal vendetta? Could it be the work of a hidden enemy, someone lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike? One thing is certain, the poisoning has shaken Xander to his core. He's not only terrified for Sarah, but he's also filled with anger and confusion. Who would do this to her, and what is their ultimate goal? The answers may not come easily, but Xander is determined to uncover the truth behind this horrifying event. The wait for a diagnosis. What will the doctors say? As Xander waits for the doctors to deliver a prognosis, the tension builds. Will they be able to identify the substance that poisoned Sarah? How much damage has been done to her body, and will she be able to recover from the effects of the poisoning? The longer Xander waits for answers, the more his fears grow. He knows that he can't just sit back and let the doctors take over. He needs to take matters into his own hands. At the same time, Xander is faced with a gut-wrenching reality. He may not be able to save Sarah this time. The doctors are working tirelessly, but the outcome is still uncertain. He is forced to confront the fact that the woman he loves could be lost to him forever, and the weight of that possibility is almost too much to bear. The impact of this poisoning, how it will change Salem. The poisoning of Sarah is not just a personal tragedy for Xander and Sarah. It's a moment that will send ripples through Salem. As the truth about what happened becomes known, the residents of Salem will be left to grapple with the implications of this attack. Who is responsible? And what are they trying to accomplish? Is this the start of a larger scheme that will change the lives of Xander, Sarah, and everyone they love? As Xander struggles to come to terms with what has happened, the future of his relationship with Sarah remains uncertain. Will Sarah survive this horrific ordeal, or will the poisoning change the course of their lives forever? As the story unfolds, Xander will be faced with difficult decisions, ones that will test his strength, his love, and his ability to overcome the obstacles that stand in his way. Conclusion. The unanswered questions loom large. At the end of this suspenseful and heart-wrenching episode, we are left with more questions than answers. Who is behind Sarah's poisoning, and what is their motive? Will Xander be able to save the woman he loves, or will he have to face the harsh reality that he may lose her forever? The uncertainty is overwhelming, and it leaves viewers desperate for more answers. As Xander waits for news, we too are left in suspense, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this shocking story. Will Sarah make a full recovery, or will the poisoning change everything for her and Xander? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. This mystery is far from over. Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.